Behold, I have another one here for you tonight. And welcome to the Guardcast IRL. And tonight, I have my boy here, JT. But first, we got a little something different for you tonight. It's, I wish I thought of this sooner. So, Kat, the Guardian that was on my show last time, I appreciate you being here, and I'm sorry that I didn't think of this sooner. So please forgive me for that. So go ahead and enjoy this little clip, and I will see you here soon. Of course, the Vala has got me down here again. I gotta come down here once or twice a week to clear this area out, making sure there's nobody down here. Man, real big area for nobody. I'm gonna come down here real quick. Wait. That's odd. Who are you?
JT, model 187, unknown entity detected.
And there you have it. Now, I hope you enjoyed that little snippet, and that's going to be the standard for each of the shows from now on. So anytime I find myself a guardian out there in the world, then yeah, we're going to do this. So before let me kind of do my thing here real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna come over here. Paste. Hang on a second. And boom. All right. Want to make sure I put it out this next episode into my Discord for anyone who wants to join. Okay, so without any further ado, I'll turn the music back on for y'all so you don't have to just hear me. And so tonight I have another GG. His name is JT, and I think we're going ahead and get started. JT, how are you doing tonight?
Doing fine. Just out in the dreaming city, enjoying the view.
Of course. Naturally. Now, okay, let's explain what happened when we met. What was that all about? What exactly was it that you were doing?
Oh, I was meditating on some strand, trying to increase my understanding of said powers, but to no avail.
Yeah, I find that with the whole strand thing, I still screw myself up, to be honest. I haven't perfected it like most people have. It's still a work in progress. So, but
Yeah.
anyways, but just so everybody else out there in the world and those that are listening from the last city, who are you? Like, who is JT?
I'm just the guardian willing to help whoever is in need whenever. I'm kind of a nomad wanderer, mostly by myself. So I don't really speak often with people. It's kind of awkward. The last time I was in a fire team, I was kind of just muted. I just did the mission that I was assigned to, watch my teammates fall. But tells a story for another time.
Of course, of course. Well, let's take it back. Okay, let's kind of step back a little bit and tell me about your first memory after you woke up as a guardian. Do you remember that moment?
Well, as I first woke up, the first thing I remember is being faced with pyramids and fallen. It was a wild experience. There wasn't much happening, just the fallen investigating it while I was just there somehow. I don't know how I arrived there. Just remember that I awakened.
Now you were when you first attacked me there in the Dreaming City. What's the you said that your model number was 187. What's that about?
Well, as I am a designated XO, I've been around for millennia. I was one of the 187 models. They were kind of stripped back, kind of faulty, so they were recalled. I'm one of the few that wasn't recalled in time for the fall.
So are you like evading?
Well, not anymore, since those aren't really found or searched for anymore, so I just be hanging around in Vanguard, helping other guardians.
Right. Now, here's another question for you. Do you happen to remember any of your past life at all before you were a guardian?
I unfortunately cannot.
You
It's
haven't
all
found like
blurry
little snippets
fog
here and there.
Yeah, it's all blurry fogs and snippets of the dreaming city. And
So what's your ghost name?
my ghost name is Azza.
Azza?
Yeah.
Was that a name already that was given to your ghost, or did you give the name?
I found it inscripted on the shell that it had originally. I have since renovated it and changed it, so it is now a name that I have designated to it personally.
Right.
That is the only name I know.
Now I take it that you and your ghost have a pretty close relationship.
Yes. Me and him get along pretty well. I barely let him out though, as he is my light.
Right. Have you ever had any close encounters, like, you know, where your ghost could have been taken out?
Once when I was exploring Savathun's throne realm, my light was almost dissipated when, funnily enough, a guardian came by and helped me out.
Jeez. Do you remember that guardian? Are you still in touch with that person?
I am still in touch with that person, but I'd rather not disclose that information
Okay.
as they'd rather remain private.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. In your free time, when you're not fighting off, the enemies of Earth.
Well, we like sitting in the trash can. That's our home.
Just chilling in a trash can.
Yes, sir. We also like burning pizza in an open fire.
Oh.
It's pretty good, especially once you build a brick oven over it. If you have bricks, which I usually don't, since I live off of a trash can. Yeah. I'm just always there in a corner in the tower, this is my home. This is my life.
Right. So so you said you've been around for a millennia, right? So
this shell has.
Right.
I don't know if there's the original inhabitant of this shell,
Okay.
but
At
the
least as
shell
far
has.
as you can remember, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So you could have been around much longer than that, as far as you know.
Very much so.
Well, it'd be nice if you had
probably
throw us
had a
away.
million lives.
Maybe if you
Maybe one of my lives, I followed you around and jumped off a cliff somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe. But we're not
We
going
will
to
never
disclose
know.
that information either. So, are you could you say, like, from what you remember, like from your, as long as you've been around, have you ever gone to do other things that are beyond the Vanguard or the Crucible, enlisting into the Crucible, kind of setting like your own missions? Have you, like, for example, the old lady down the street, her cat got caught in a tree, those kind of things. Do you usually go on to those kind of ordeals, those little missions?
I usually just try and raid the vault of glass. End up losing my whole fire team, have to retreat, and then I'm forced to recover and lick my wounds for 3 months.
Oh shit. So now we're kind of getting into like raid parties and stuff. What could you tell me, and you don't have to answer this, I understand if you're not comfortable with it, but what would you say is the scariest
moment since I became a guardian?
Yeah.
Honestly, it would have to be the prophecy dungeon. It was my first time running that dungeon with a 3-man squad. It was
Jeez.
horrifying.
Well, tell us a little bit about it, like, if you can remember.
Oh, at first it was really confusing trying to figure out the moat system of the light and dark. But then once we finally started getting it, and we got further into the dungeon, it got more and more complicated, and we had to get more and more moats, and we had to survive through more and more hordes of enemies. They just kept increasing and increasing and increasing. And it was only 3 of us. It was 2 warlocks and a hunter. I was a warlock, another warlock, and a hunter. We got to the first outside area, and we explored this floating platform. Once we all got on it, the platform started turning, and what was that faction called? The big thick ones, the red.
The big thick ones, the red. I don't know. Cabal?
Yes, Cabal.
Okay.
A blue Cabal appeared. Sorry, my wiring is faulty.
I get that
I
way
think
sometimes
the wires
too.
are screwed. Oh, it's fine. But a blue Cabal appeared out of nowhere, protected by this aura of, well, yin and yang, to call it the least, as I'm tired of calling it black and white.
Right. So, okay, so we are all aware about Bungie Corp, right? You know, like they seem to have full control over everything that happens around us. You know, with the Vanguard, with what happens in the Crucible. What would you say your biggest gripe towards them when it comes to anything like within the Crucible, about their regulations, their heavy regulations, when it comes to, you know, things that like when it comes to like regulating like our mod systems or anything? How do you feel, or what kind of biggest gripe do you have?
Weapon drop rates.
Just the amount of weaponry that's not, I mean, I feel like it's pretty prevalent, you know.
Okay, says someone who has the Vex Mythic class. I don't want to hear it.
I do not have that, actually.
I
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
A guardian who shall not be named suddenly entered my room. Scared the living crap out of me. If I had living and I could take a crap.
So here's another thing. I know we kind of talked to me, Kat and I were talking about this in the last show. What would you say when about basically with the kids that look up to us as guardians?
Kids look up to us as guardians.
Yeah. It's like I guess you would say a blessing and a curse at the same time, but like, I don't know, what kind of wisdom would you give them to help them understand that, to what it takes to be a guardian?
Well, I'm not a very prideful guardian per se. I'm more of a opportunist. So I am a warlock by class, but a hunter by nature. So I very much feel like it's more of every man for themselves. And it's just like, if you survive, you survive. Rule of the jungle. The strongest survive, the weak get cold.
Yeah. Now, do you have any thrill issues that you could say you might have when it comes to like do you do any enlisting with the Shaxx Crucible, or you kind of operate more around the Vanguard operations?
I operate more about Vanguard. Ikora gives me a lot of shit though about my light trees and getting more armor so I
Right.
can boot them, but I honestly don't listen to her. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. You don't even need exotics. Someone whose
Yeah.
pride has been hurt by hunting exotics.
Well, okay, so let's dive into that a little bit. Like your relationship with the Vanguard.
It's a rocky one to say the least. I hate Titans by nature. So I'm just like, give me my bounties and get it done with. Leave me alone.
Give me my paperwork so I can just get it over with. Yeah, because we got to do our daily paperwork and shit. You know, 'cause I gotta log everything. I mean, we get some out of it, of course. You know, we get paid, but still,
The
it's
payment
like,
is never enough.
it never does feel like it's enough sometimes. But I mean, it is what it is. So, but do you?
That's why I'd rather work with the man with the exotic, the one that gives you the exotic cipher. What was his
Raul?
name? Rahul, yes.
Raul, you'd rather work with him?
Yeah. I'd rather just go out into the world, kill every enemy in sight, commit mass genocide.
You just keep him in
Come
your
back
back
to Rahul at
pocket.
the end of the day, hand in my goodies, and get some crap out of it that I could dismantle.
Just keep Raul
That-
in your back pocket, right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it all goes into my pocket.
Okay, so what about Shaxx? So, like, you ever mess around and enlist?
I will turn German on you. 9.
No. So there is no you and Shaxx at all. So
No me in the Crucible.
yeah, okay. So like, what would you say your like favorite weapon or weapon models would be?
I'd
Like,
say
what's that
right
looking like?
recently one of my favorite ones has been grenade launchers and auto rifles, mostly because of Quicksilver Storm and Wither Horde.
Right.
But shotguns are fine. Hand cannons are not my best. I don't really like using them a lot. I'd rather just point and shoot. But I find it that it's really easy with the Ariana's Vow, mostly because it's really easy to aim. Sniper scope. As long as you're far away enough. Once they're close
Right.
enough, it's really hard. You know, my hands start shaking, my legs start quaking, and now I get a headshot back to my head.
Uh-huh. So
Really?
can you recall any like any dark moments? Like, did
I think
you
those are locked behind a very, very safe firewall.
I was thinking more of you know, do you have family? I guess you could say. Like, did you have family? 'Cause
Access to
I'm pretty
information
sure
has
after
been
the
denied.
collapse, you know, if you lose family, that's a pretty dark place to be.
Access to said information has been denied. It is classified.
Enough said. Moving on. All right. So, what about what kind of questions do you got? I mean, this is, you know, I want this to be more of an open dialogue and not interrogations.
Oh yeah, like it totally felt that way.
I don't want you to.
Considered-
I don't want you to feel like you're being interrogated here.
Oh, very much not. I very much used to these conversations. As people get to know me, they forget that I am very much somebody who doesn't recall a lot. And my memory from distant friends, family, and close relationships aren't there whatsoever, as I've been by myself as far as I can remember.
Right.
It's just been me and Aza.
So you don't have like a, you know, a clan faction.
I mean, I have the Guardian guest now, but before, no. Just me and myself.
So kind of just a lone wolf there.
Yeah.
Now, is that by choice?
At this point in time, yes. Before, it wasn't by choice. It was more of by nature. It was what my code told me to do.
Right.
Now, as time has gone by, I've become more of like Crow in a sense. I have grown closer to Guardians and their light.
Well, definitely Crow has. Do you feel. Okay, so we know a lot about Crow with the, you know, him being Aldrin. Were you around when he killed Cade?
I
Yeah.
was. I think I was. I think I was still a hunter back then.
And did you remember? So you probably don't remember much of Cade.
No, not to my memory.
Because I figured I would ask when it comes to Cade, you know, Aldrin killed Cade. And
Yes.
then came back, but he's Crow. At first,
When
he
I
didn't
was-
remember who he was, and then Savathun gave him back his memory.
Yeah, when I first saw him at the helm, I heard Guardians speaking ill of him, and I was like, why do you think of him this way? And then people told me the story behind the ill intent. And I understood it from a certain standpoint, but since I was kind of a third person looking in, I saw it more as of he has become an entirely different person. He has lost his memories and regained them. But before he regained those memories, he made more memories with the Guardians as his family, no matter how hostile it was.
Right.
And after regaining said memories, he now understands why the Guardians treat him that way and has kind of, I feel, grown to peace with it. As he still remains at the helm by Marisov's throne.
Well, he's no longer there.
Well,
I think you need to go back to the helm and find out for yourself, because there's been some new updates on what's going on. So, but I'll let you discover that yourself.
I guess I have to pay him a visit.
But yeah, it's Now, we also had, we lost Holiday. That was, kind of, that really sucked. So,
Was that the one for the vehicles?
mm-hmm. Yeah, she was the mechanic.
I didn't care for her much.
Really?
No. She was always with that other Titan downstairs, so I just stayed away.
Say 14.
Whatever his name is.
You really don't like Titans, do you?
No.
So what's your relationship with Osiris?
Alright.
Not much. You really don't get around much, do you?
I stick to myself.
Well, okay. So
I'm very much just around the planets, just like the closest relationship that I had out in the planets was in the long forgotten lost sector of Spider's realm.
mhm.
And since it has now been lost to time, I just roam around the dreaming city, killing everything in sight.
Sounds like there's a lot of rage built up.
Not really rage, more like resentment.
You want to talk about it?
No. The sun is a deadly laser.
Okay, so where is it that, like, if you could pick anywhere, where would be a great place for you to find peace?
Savathun's throne world. It's
Really?
haunting walls and just overall monochromatic style and pattern. Just there's something soothing about it to me personally.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would say,
It is absolutely stunning area.
right. I would say for me, it would be, really in the EDZ, because it's kind of whatever's left of our home. And
From what I remember, I didn't like Earth very much.
why is that? I'm gonna break these walls down, man. I'm gonna break them down. We'll be here all night if we got to. I'll crack that code. Why is that? Why don't you care for Earth as much?
The people there were shitty. The Guardians. At least the ones that I interacted with at first. As time grew on and they went and passed, new Guardians have come to my life, and it's just weird. I can't trust them. But yet they ask for their trust to be taken and reciprocated.
So a lot of being let down.
You could say that.
Feel that. I feel that. But still, Earth is our home. And
The tower is my home.
well, that's where all the people are. What about outside of the tower, though? Like outside its walls of the last city, where do you go? Like, tell me some, like maybe an adventure you went out on that was on your own, and that's not a part of the Vanguard operations or anything. This was just something for yourself.
Well, I remember when I first ventured out into Savathun's Throne World, I was but a mere baby warlock. Just fresh out of the warlock womb, or wherever warlocks come from nowadays. I don't remember. Like Cora Ray is the warlock leader, but like she doesn't give birth to warlocks, as far as I know.
Well, of course not.
So there's a question for anybody else that wants it to be answered if you know about lore. If you have read the scriptures, the many, many scriptures.
But I want to hear
But
about
yeah,
your lore. I want to know your lore.
I was venturing out into Savathun's Throne World, and I was just investigating the hive world, getting used to their patterns, their habits. They were very hostile. They shot at me at every chance they got.
Oh, I bet.
They did end up dead. I did study
course.
their corpses later on in my lab
Wow.
with the Gambit leader.
Got a mad scientist over here. It's like, I'm going to find out what you're made of.
Just a little dissection so I could get it over to the crafting table at the home base that they made over there. That's how they came up for their design for the Osteostriga. JK. But the Osteostriga and the hive armor plates from the Acolytes and the Witch, they look awfully similar. So, I mean, it is a hive weapon, no?
Yeah. Now, I guess you and the hive don't get along very good.
Oh, we get along great.
You get really well acquainted, huh? Still with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't lose you. You didn't shut power off or something.
I was just resetting protocols, making sure the firewalls wasn't cracked.
Okay. So, let me.
Firewall is intact.
Nice. Now
Is there any more?
I want to attempt this again. Who have you loved?
Huh?
Who have you loved?
Nobody.
Who's that person?
Nobody? My
Nah.
ghost?
Nah. I feel like there's somebody that you've loved before.
Nope.
Nobody. There's a reason why you're so standoffish, and the reason why you attacked me when we first met. A loner. Who is this person?
I was just studying the statue from my void meditation. My strand meditations, not my void. Void doesn't have meditations.
I'm finding nicks in that armor, man. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get through there.
There are none. There are none. My armor is impenetrable. I have plot armor, sir.
I feel like you're hiding a lot of secrets.
Very much.
A lot of secrets you don't want people to know.
They won't.
So from those secrets that you do not want to share, which is fine. I'm not gonna like twist your arm or anything. What kind of wisdom can you give the audience and everybody that will watch this in the past after we're done, or in the future when we're done live? What kind of wisdom would you give them? Give us some wisdom.
Don't get involved with people for love. Get involved with them for friendship and nothing else. Love is a concept. Also, I'm gonna steal this from Rick and Morty because I love that show. Wubba lubba dub dub.
So we're not going to get to find out any more secrets from you.
As far as my data allows, no.
Okay. Maybe
People
one day,
can.
maybe one
people
day
can-
we'll be able to.
Guardians can try and speculate in the comments if they want. They won't get a response, as I am nowhere to be found on the media.
Well, I found you.
Well, you're a very rare creature in this universe.
I am a very, very, very awesome hunter, is what I am. So
Usually people only see glimpses of me as I am just waltzing around with my speed build
now what
or on
kind
my
of
sparrow.
what kind of what is your tactics when it comes to combat? Like, are you more firepower, since you're a warlock, you more focus like on your abilities, or is it mainly just weaponry?
I do a hybrid, so I do a mix of weapons and abilities. So I've recently been perfecting my usage of the arc ability tree by using the wells and the specters from basically No Time to Explain the Exotic. By using those, I can basically multiply my damage from my gun or keep myself safe from backfire and getting attacked from behind. And I can lengthen the duration of the orb by just consuming a grenade, and then I become amplified and I become even faster.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm more I found for myself, I've found that I particularly enjoy more acrobatic, knife throwing, bow and arrows. That's kind of like right now, that's kind of where I'm at. And also mixing with abilities as well. And I find that to be very effective, especially when I'm going solar. I tend to go into it as, basically just throwing knives. Throwing knives, go invisible. I have this helmet piece that I like to use, and I use it to where when I get a melee strike, it makes me go invisible, and I really enjoy doing that because I can literally just throw a knife, reposition, throw another one, reposition. It just constantly doing that all, back and forth over and over and over again. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
The reason why I can increase the duration of my orb is because I have handwear, like a glove set,
Mm-hmm.
that whenever I consume a grenade, which is a skill,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll amplify you and it'll give you that orb, or you can spawn that orb in with your well by healing or empowering rift.
I've seen that. Yep. I've seen that. Yeah,
But
I tend to go ahead.
I did intentionally hit you with my chaos reach when we first met.
Yeah.
Kind of appear out of nowhere to my defense.
I mean, I was kind of walking into it like not really being all sneaky. You know?
Yeah, man, but I was sleeping.
I was like, as soon as I saw you, I drew my bow and I thought, who the is this? Just out of nowhere in a random place I've never seen, just random guardians in. Like, unless if they were like with me, like, on my, like, where we're a team, I never see anybody else in that area. So seeing you there just meditating, it was kind of weird. It threw me off. I was just like, who the hell are you? Just out of nowhere. And I gotta go down there all the time to clear it out, because for some reason I got the bitch work. When Zavala gave me the bitch detail.
Well, you might find me in other corners of planets because I like hiding in random corners. Especially in my trash can.
Well, you did show me your trash can afterwards, after you picked me back up.
Oh yeah, after I revived you, obviously.
Yeah.
I showed you my home. I showed you what my living quarters, where I was keeping my home. I showed you the tree.
Too. It was beautiful. It was immaculate. I wish I got pictures. I would show pictures.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
and I showed you my grenade.
Hey, your trash can. Not at the same time, of course. So
maybe you never know. The audience. Yeah, the people listening in from the past won't know. It's gonna be a moment lost in time.
But, well, I know. So we're getting coming up to the hour mark. If those of you that are watching currently right now, and you would like to ask any questions of JT, by all means, go ahead and put it in the chat, and kind of use this moment to do that. I'm gonna check on some other stuff. Everything looks good over here. Okay. Now I'm gonna switch over to this real quick. So Jay, just hold on for a second. So if this is your first time here, this is a show, directly from the last city. And if you would like to be a part of this show, by all means, you can hit me up. You can actually contact me through my Discord, which is Armalite_X. You can send me a friend request or send me a message, and we could talk more about that one-on-one. And yeah, we can actually get you on the show, and that way you can share with the rest of the community your story. So I figured I'll put that little shameless plug in there while we're at it. Let's see. Get back here. Okay. So we're actually coming up to the pretty close to the 1 hour mark. I'm not sure how much time you got left to be able to sit and chat. I know I kind of just jumped up on you and everything, you know, out of nowhere. And I was like, you know, after we, you know, you showed me your beautiful home and your trash can.
I mean, after doing all of that, I don't really have anything planned. I was planning on maybe running some Gambit, maybe just chilling over with over at Eternity Corner, like always.
Oh yeah, do some more meditating.
Mhm.
You know,
Try to find some more strand.
build up those walls a little higher and thicker, so you know that nobody can penetrate them.
Make him better, harder, stronger.
It's like Arma almost got to me. I need to make these bigger.
Reconstruction in progress.
Reconstruction. It's already he's already working on it. Fuck. We're not gonna get to him, guys. We're not gonna get to him. One of these days, Jay. One of these days, we'll bring it back on. Actually, I would like to try to, at some point later down the line, I would really like to get a couple of you guys on, you know, together. And maybe we can.
As long as there's no Titans around.
Well, my first guess, you know, of this series was he's definitely a Titan. So you two just gonna have to behave. Yeah.
I don't want to team up with no Titans.
So you're just gonna have to behave and deal with it. So
I'm gonna chaos reach him.
No, no. All right, he doesn't need all that. He don't need all that.
Can I at least throw a grenade?
Sure,
maybe
in the
a
crucible.
little,
sure.
Maybe a little hug with an arc.
You'll make
maybe,
Shax
maybe a little
proud.
Arc hug. Maybe a little arc hug.
A little arc hug with your little arc buddy.
A little arc bolt.
Or arc bolt. Is that what you're getting at? I just want to give you a little shocking hug. You know, it's all right. You're a big old bulging Titan. You could take it.
Yeah, you can heal it off. I got a healing well.
Yeah, and if anything bad happens, I'll get you back up. It's okay. I got you. Got you.
I'm just a little floaty fairy. I'm completely harmless.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. So
just know I'm gonna arc bolt him as soon as I see him.
Man, I thought I was bad. All right, I really did. I thought I was the bad one on this. Oh shit. So, okay. Well, I'm
gonna push them all away from me at least 10, 15 meters. I will not touch a Titan with a 4 nor 10 nor 100-foot pole.
Okay, so I think we're gonna bring it to an end at this point. But I would like for you to give the audience the one last wisdom, so, you know, for the ride home. And
yes, I do think I remember one of my past lives being as an old wise sage. Well, kids, do school, don't do drugs. Do life, do your taxes, because that's forever. And have fun, guys. Don't mess up in life.
Don't sweat the small stuff is another good one. But yeah. Okay, well, Jay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and I'll go ahead and take this moment to say goodbye to the audience, fill them in on everything. But I do appreciate you being on my show, and I hope we get to do this again here soon. And,
I mean, if we do a stream of that Titan, we might have an interesting show to go on.
well, he is in my Discord. Maybe you two can get together and chit chat. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, bro. And but you take it easy and try not to build those walls too high.
I will build the highest walls. I will be Donald JT Trump.
Let's not go there. Okay, so we're going to end here. All right. So all right, Jay, you take it easy, man. Later.
See you in the cave.
Yo. All right. So there's the end of that. I do all my shows in my Discord. And actually I can give me a sec. Let me bring this up. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to, actually I could just pull this up. Give me a sec. Let me, because I want to show this off. Okay, so this is, oh, okay. This is my Discord. This is where everybody is. And so if you want to join, all you gotta do is, I left the link in the description. So you're more than welcome to join in at any time. Also, like I said, if you want to be able to try to get a hold of me through the Discord because you want to be a part of the show, it's Armalite_X, all lowercase, so no capitals, and you should be able to reach me there. And I'm on Discord like literally every day. So, and all you gotta do is reach out. And but before I get before I wrap this up, do me a favor, hit the like button, share this with your friends. You know, the word of mouth seems to be better than you know, trying to depend on the algorithm. So if you would do those things for me, I greatly appreciate it. And if this is your first time here, go ahead for more shows if you just enjoy listening in. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get the hell out of here, and until we meet again, Guardians, you stay classy.